I Like Scary. We are back. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So you guys, we're going to talk about some Halloween and speculations and theories, man. I've been thinking about this for a while, and let's just talk about it, man. First off, I want to say this, man. We don't know. We don't know if Michael will die. We don't know if Laurie Strode will die. We don't even know if Allison will survive at this point. Anything can happen in this movie. But I want to talk about, you know, who will take out the boogeyman if, you know, he checks out on us. Now first, my first, you know, thing I want to say is, of course, Laurie Strode, in my opinion, has to be the one to take him out. She's the final girl. She's the one that you know, been through all the traumatic stuff for Michael. You know, this is where it started, the cat and mouse thing. And yeah, she lost her daughter. He's traumatized her. But like, you know, Hawkins told her he wasn't after you. You know, he wasn't worried about you and stuff like that. And yeah, but it's like now she has even more of a motive to take Michael out since he's killed her daughter now. So it's like, just when you found out Myers wasn't worried about you, now you have a reason to be on his ass. So now we have to go back to Hawkins. Now this is crazy because it's these people right here are the main, these three. Now Hawkins, since he, you know, was, you know, the flashback scene where he's like, Michael, stop. He's missing a shot right there in the alley. He gets upstairs, he misses the shot at the boogeyman, and he shoots his partner. And it's like, man, you know, and it's all on him. And he even saved Michael from dying when Loomis had to. He just stopped it. You know, he just stopped it. So now it's like Michael could have potentially been gone. I mean, we don't know. Potentially he could have been gone or something, but Hawkins saved him. Now we don't know why. I don't know why he saved him, but he did. And now Michael's came back 40 years later, just causing havoc over the whole Haddonfield. And you know, the boogeyman is back, and he, you know, when he's in that hospital with Laurie, and he's like, you know, it's my fault, I could have stopped this and everything. Yeah, that's true. And we get in 2018 where he goes upstairs to check on Vicky. Michael walks out and he's like, hey, Michael, and he misses the shot again. Now I don't know why David Gordon Green is writing it to be Hawkins always misses a shot and he's on the force or whatever, but he's missing these shots. So it has to be something, I feel, that they're trying to tell us that he's basically missing these shots for a reason. Now, I've been touched on the fact in previous videos that it could potentially be that he will take the last shot. Now, Michael has survived shots, even including in the face. So I don't know. I mean, they're kind of aiming up to try to make Hawkins be some type of, like, he's going to redeem himself, if that makes sense. I can see Hawkins redeeming himself. But in my book, I'm going to be honest, man, I think Hawkins is going to die. It's going to create some type of emotional anger with Laurie also. Like, they're going to just make Laurie be on edge with Michael. I think Hawkins is going to check out because in Kills, in my opinion, when he came back, it was just mind-blowing. Because I thought he was dead from what Dr. Zartane did. Stabbed him in the neck with the pen. He came back. I think he's going to be probably one of the ones to die that's important. To cause some type of emotional attachment, like probably towards the final act. And it kind of makes Laurie angry even more. But now, let me get on to Allison, Andi Matichak. Now, this is the one I think that kind of, if it's not Laurie that deserves this final blow, definitely Andi Matichak, because she's been through a lot. She's lost the most in this trilogy and in the franchise, I feel. She lost her parents, her partner, her friends, and yeah, and we kind of get this in Kills where she's kind of becoming this Laurie Strode 2.0, which I loved, when she has the shotgun and she's like, Lonnie and like, well, you know, it's where he's at his house, and Cameron's like, where he is at his house and everything. She's like, well, that's where we go. And she goes, and they all, you know, they go to the house. She's even one of the ones, like, you remember the part where, you know, Little John and Big John is dead. She slides the knife in her little hip, like, come on, let's go. And she's like stabbing Michael in his, you know, in his torso, and it's like she's going head up with the boogeyman. She's trying her hardest. And, you know, she sees him snap his camera neck right in front of her, and you know he's about to kill her, and she's like, do it, do it. It's like she's done. She's done. So I can see that anger transferring over to Ann's, and plus she's just about to find out she's lost Karen. I think Andy Matichik, Allison, she's gonna be the one that comes through. I think she's gonna be the new final girl, like towards the end. Now this doesn't mean that Laurie's gonna die. Maybe Laurie gets hurt bad, like Laurie gets hurt, because you know Laurie's older, but you know she steps in to help her grandma. Either way, I can just see, you know, if Michael doesn't die. Now, I'm not saying Michael won't walk up to the sunset, because I can see that potentially being an ending too. You can't kill the boogeyman. That's been the saying for years with Michael. Now, I can see them having Michael ride off to the sunset and he just takes out the Strodes. And that's the reason he call it Halloween Ends, because it's the end for Strodes, you know. But I would like to see that. You know, we never seen Michael go against any other family for real but the Strodes. I was always talking about that in other videos. But yeah, it can potentially be that. With you know, when they say Halloween Ends, it's the end for Strodes, and Michael just wipes everybody clean. He's the final horror villain. But also, if he gets took out, I can see that, you know, Laurie and, you know, Allison being, you know, the one standing over him, and they finally overcame that, you know, the boogeyman that killed him. They're together, you know, the Strode family. They stand over him together. So personally, I think it's going to be Laurie or Allison who gets the last, you know, blow at Michael. But my #1 pick is going to be Laurie, because it just makes sense. You know, started off, you know, 78, them two. It's going to end off with them two. It's a final battle, and I just think, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis is probably going to be the one to kind of like walk away. Kind of, since that final act is being broadcasted a lot when it comes to her now. At first it was like more, she's like, this is my last film, I'm checking out. So yeah, you guys, comment down below what you guys think about, you know, who will kill Michael if he dies. Do you think it's going to be Laurie? Do you think it's going to be Allison or Hawkins? Who do you think is, you know, is going to, you know, do that? Who deserves it, you know? Now I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about the ending scene. Now, you guys have heard about it. I've been touched on this previous videos about this junkyard. We've seen, you know, a picture of the junkyard and everything when they're filming. So I told you guys, we were all focused on this radio tower, and people like, hey, the radio tower's gonna be where the final battle is. I told you guys, the junkyard. And what told me that the final battle would be in the junkyard is the moment David Gordon Green kind of said he talked to John Carpenter about it being a lot of Christine, or it's being too Christine. And, you know, John Carpenter said he loved it. So if you guys watch Christine, right, you know that Christine is, you know, a movie about possession and stuff like that. And it's about the car with Arnie Cunningham, Corey Cunningham. They're like this, you know, they have the same last name. So you know what happens. This guy starts off, he's like, he has no, you know, friends for real. He's basically getting bullied a lot. He gets this car. It gives him like this power, and it makes him, he's obsessed with this car and everything, to the point that it comes to the point they have to take this car away from him. How? They take it to a junkyard and they squish it. They squish it in this compressor to the point it's nothing left. Now, I told you guys, it's so hard to take out Michael Myers. It really is. You can't kill the boogeyman. But I told you, man, I feel like the ending will be in a junkyard. It can be multiple ways Michael can get took out. Like I said, #1, being the same way Christine got squished to nothing. And it's like, you know, or I don't know what, you know, could go on. But I feel that that final battle is going to lead up somehow, some way into that junkyard, because it's there. That's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it looks like it can be that final battle from, you know, David Gordon Green saying there's a lot of Christine, because it ended, it will be a perfect scene. I feel like, you know, Allison and Laurie can possibly plan something ahead of time, like an emergency plan over the 4 years. Like, if this ever happens and he ever comes back, we have to do this plan. And it's going to be something that's going to make, it's going to be like a plan, either two things. Laurie has to sacrifice herself to get the plan done, possibly, or they both walk away scotch-free, you know, Allison and Laurie, but they just take out the boogeyman. Either way, I feel like when it comes down to it, you guys, if this called Halloween Ends, and they're planning on ending this for, you know, us Halloween fans, and wanting us to know that Michael is dead, there's no more Michael, they have to confirm it. they have to give us closure. The #1 word with this is closure. You guys have to make sure we walk out of that theater with closure knowing the boogeyman is done. So I'm thinking Michael's death, if he dies, is going to be brutal. Like you know, like they said in 2018 with Loomis, and on that tape when Lori's in the, you know, she's in the car and she sends Michael, she's seeing Michael get transferred. Loomis says basically, make sure Michael's organs not working, his vital organs and everything are not working at all. They're done. Make sure he's asleep, put him to sleep, and basically disintegrate the body. Meaning until there's nothing left. Disintegrate means, you know, it can be like the crematory stage where they burn them till there's nothing left. They can rip them apart, you know, into many pieces, chop them in many pieces. Either way, they're basically saying take the vessel away. That's the only way. If you leave the body of Michael out here, it doesn't matter what you do to him. Like Lori said, you can't defeat him with brute force. They've been trying to defeat this man with brute force through this whole franchise, even a trilogy. It's not working. It's not working. So I think the only way to take out Michael, you have to take him out in pieces, man. Take him out in pieces, or like crush the bones in his body. Take that vessel away. Take the body away. That's the only way. It's gonna have to be something we see with our eyes. You know, but I think that's what's gonna happen, man. It's gonna be something with that junkyard, and I'm kind of like theorizing that it can be like a Christine type of death, type of ending, how they took out the car. I know it's a car, but the car ended up facing its death in that junkyard, and I think that can possibly be it. I even told you guys, like, if they're going to close this story out right, possibly, you know, Haddonfield comes in and help. Now, I'm not talking mob, I'm talking Haddonfield. I'm talking kids, mothers, kids, you know, they're dads, and they're like coming to help because they know the story of the boogeyman, and they're needing to help Lori and Allison. I can see just a crowd of people coming into that junkyard, just helping them, and like I said, making sure the boogeyman takes his last breath. I think this ending is going to be wild. I really think it is, especially if you kind of mix it with Christine, and how if you haven't seen Christine, they had to work together. I feel like it's going to be, I don't know their names, but Arnie Cunningham's best friend and his girlfriend, how they kind of worked against Arnie to take him out. I think it's going to be something like that with Michael. It's going to be like Lori and Allison, though, working together to take out Michael in that junkyard. Now, it's a lot of tools in the junkyard if you get, you know, I just think you're going to have to kill Michael is going to be something where you take him apart. That's all I have to say, where you take him apart or squish him and break his bones to death. So that's why I say, man, in my mind, you can't kill the boogeyman, because you can't kill him with brute force. You can't, bullets don't work. Nothing's worked with this man. He's purely and simply evil, the blackest eyes, you know. He's going to always, the more he kills, the more he transcends into something that can't be defeated. So it's like, I mean, and they're saying it's Halloween ends. Like I said, they can say it's Halloween ends, and then it's Allison and Lori dying, and Michael walks out on top. And you know, it's two endings from what I'm hearing. It was two endings shown and everything, and two cuts shown and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. Maybe in one, Michael survives. Maybe another. I won't like that, because it's kind of like, why would you do that? And Lori and Allison survives in another one. I don't know. Either way, I heard it was two cuts. Halloween Ends is in arm's reach, you guys. It's almost here. I can't wait to watch it about 30 times in the theaters and just chill out. The season is here, man. Halloween Ends is like literally in arm's reach. But comment down below, you guys, what do you think? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think that the junkyard will be the final battle, you know, like the final scene? I think they will fight in that house we see in a trailer, but it's going to lead up into the junkyard somehow, some way, I feel like. So do you guys think that can be the final, you know, scene right there in that junkyard, like Christine? Who do you think will take out the boogeyman? You know, Allison, Lori, or Hawkins? Comment down below. But unfortunately, you guys, this is the end of the video. Don't forget to hit me on my social medias. That I like Scary on Instagram, I like Scary77 on TikTok, and Brandon on Facebook, and I like Scary on Twitter. Also, you guys, don't forget, you can become a patron to get exclusive content and benefits of the channel. And right there where it says subscribe, next to it, click join to become a member of the channel. Get a nice little cool badge next to your name, and be invited to private watch parties. Also, don't forget to check out the official I Like Scary merch store. And yeah, you guys, watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace.